What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. Look at the city below us. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? Colorful and vibrant. You'd never know that everyone down there is dead. Dead as doornails. But from up here, it looks pretty. It looks pretty nice, I would say. Oh, what a view. What a view. Oh, look at it in every direction. Oh, I love Coveton. I love Desolation. It's the best, guys. Oh, I can't wait to do Chinatown back there. You could get a glimpse of it. Ah, there it is. Oh, there's the gate to Chinatown. Oh, man, there's so much to do, so little to see. Wait, strike that, reverse it. Okay, anyway, today I want to work on the police station. Now, right off the bat, I want to apologize to you guys, because usually I'd have a lot more progress done for you. And each video I'd show you some progress and then work on something, but, there's been a lot of goings-ons, going-ons, I guess you would say, in my life and in the world of Minecraft, which has prevented me from, working on Desolation as much as I would like. First of all, it's Gaia, guys. I'm going to blame a lot of it on Gaia, okay? Gaia takes up so much time, and usually I'd get online and my friends would say, oh, what are we building on Desolation today? And I'd be like, oh, we're building this, this, and this, let's go. But nowadays, it's more like, when are you opening Gaia? When are you opening Gaia? And the poor Desolation is just like sitting here like, what about me? you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not my fault. I love working on Desolation. Survival mode is fun for about an hour. And then, I don't know if I want to talk about that in this video. I think I'm going to save that for a different video. What I feel, like how I feel about survival mode now that I've been away from it for 2 years and then I came back to it and now I want to tell you guys my thoughts. I'll probably say that for a Gaia video. Anyway, right now what I want to talk about is police station. So here's the situation, guys. I have builder's block. It's because of this room here. This is going to be the prisoner processing area where they bring in prisoners and maybe they question prisoners. I just don't know what to do here. I've been racking my brain. I'm not sure how to... I know it's supposed to go here. I just don't know how to do it. So, as a result, this poor police station has been neglected. And, oh, wait a tick. Yeah. And so, I just haven't been doing it. I got on a roll with the lobby. The lobby's fantastic, in my opinion, and I did a great job. But then I hit that room, and I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to proceed. And so I just went and worked on other things. Now, it's time to get back to this police station, because I don't want to neglect it forever. And I'm still in the same spot. I don't know what to build in that room. I don't know how to do it. So, I neglected it some more. But, guys, I have figured it out, okay? I haven't figured out what to put in that room, but I figured out how to get motivated on this police station again. Let's not do that room. let's work on something else, but in the police station. What a concept. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, guys. No detail work. I don't know if you guys are really here for the detail work or if you want to see the real Desolation, what goes on this map. But that's what I'm bringing you today. I'm going to bring you some logistical work, and I'm going to lay out these floors the way I like it. Hopefully by the end of this video I can lay out at least one of these floors. And yeah, let's see how we want to do this. So, okay, this is going to be interesting because this is going to be, yeah, this is the roof of here, the ceiling. So, so I think what we're gonna do is go up one. So the real floor of this floor will be this high right there. And so I want to do like a little middle floor. I've been doing this on the skyscrapers, guys. It's weird, I understand, but it's extra work. I understand, but it's something that I feel like really helps me build and helps the realism. Is I'm putting a wood level between floors. Okay, this is not going to make sense, but okay, this is the floor of the next floor, and this is the ceiling of the previous floor, and so I got this one block gap here, and rather than leave that empty and allow spiders to spawn in there, and then spiders will spawn that don't really add to the game, just cause lag and no one has to fight them. So I like to get rid of it by putting this level in between. Now I'm not going to do this whole thing on video because that's boring, but I do have a topic that I want to talk about while we do some of this boring work. So if you find this sort of thing boring, you can still listen. You don't have to watch, okay? But this is what has to happen on the Desolation map for things to go down. I'm not going to be doing this the whole video. But what I want to talk about today is police. The police, okay? Call them what you want to call it. The one time, the fuzz, the 5-0. You know, in America, we got a lot of slang terms for the police, and they're not all good. The pigs, what else? I mean, I don't want to go into it. I could be here all day naming slang terms for the police. But, yeah. Whatever you want to call it, the police. And, you know, some people have told me, and even in the comment section of my videos, that they don't like the police. Now, I guess I can understand that, you know, but you gotta ask yourself, why don't you like the police? And if you really ask yourself deep down why you don't like the police, I mean, you're gonna have a hard time answering that, because by saying you don't like the police, you are labeling an entire group of people, right? You're taking the attributes of the police you don't like and ascribing them to the entire police force, and that's not fair. It's not fair to do that to police. It's not fair to do that to any group on this planet. If you're going to group a whole bunch of different human beings into one group, you know, they're not all the same. They're not. So the reason you don't like the police is probably because of the media. And the media is, at this current time in our media culture, we have a lot of videos out of police behaving badly, inappropriately, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the media wants to show, because that's what gets ratings. And that's what the media wants more than anything, is money, because ratings means money. So they're going to show what the people want, and the people want to see entertainment. And what's more entertaining to you? Watching a cop beat up someone he shouldn't beat up? Or watching a cop help an old lady cross the street? You know, what is more entertaining? What's going to get more money for CNN? Let's think about that one for a second. So, obviously, first of all, the media is biased and slanted, and they're showing you only one side of the police force. Okay, they're not showing you the cops who prevent robberies. They're not showing you the cops who prevent murders. They're not showing you the cops who bring crime rates down in neighborhoods, okay? Because that doesn't grab headlines. It doesn't grab attention. And they're looking for negative attention. That is the entire role of the media, is to conjure up negative attention. Because positive attention doesn't sell. Okay, no one wants to read happy news. Okay, so first of all, you're getting a slanted view of police officers. Okay, a slanted view. If you're just going by the media. Now, of course, some of you are saying that because of real life, and you've had negative encounters with police, and this is understandable. And you know, like I said, you can't group everyone into one lump, okay? Every cop is his or her own unique person. They have their own unique motives, and they operate in their own unique way. Now, I'll be the first to say that there are some scumbag cops out there, okay? There are some terrible people who are police officers, because think about it. What kind of people would be drawn to being a police officer? For the most part, what type of people? These are the people who want, in America at least, who want to carry a gun, A. They want to have authority over other people, B. They want to be respected by just putting on a uniform, C. Okay? So A, B, and C right there tell you what kind of people are drawn to that sort of thing. These people are the ones who are bullied in school. These people don't have control over their lives, so they seek to gain control over other people's lives because they have no control over their own. Okay? These are the people who have mental imbalances, who aren't attuned with themselves, who don't meditate, who want to enforce laws, often ridiculous laws, onto other people. Okay? That's what kind of people are drawn to being police officers, right? But like I said, you can't group everyone into that, because other police officers are drawn to the force because they want to help people. They want to make a difference in their community. They want to be a protector. They want to protect people when they're weak, right? So just like I said, you can't judge everybody who's a police officer. Right? You can't. It's just not fair, because everyone's different, everyone's unique, everyone has their own set of motives and ideas about why they're a cop and, you know, how to be a cop. Okay? So here's the thing. This is the problem with our society. in my humble opinion, this is not just my opinion, guys, okay? So take this as you will. But I think the problem with society and cops is that our citizens are expected to give a cop respect because he's wearing a uniform and has a badge and a gun. Okay? Cops are expected to have respect. And if there's one thing I know for sure in this world, it is that respect is earned. You must earn respect. And you don't earn my respect because someone else gave you a gun. Okay? So cops have this chip on their shoulder like, I'm in a badge, you need to respect my authority. You know what I mean? Respect my authority. Okay? But what the cop fails to understand is if he wants to have respect, he's going to have to treat me with respect. And in that way, he is going to garner my respect. It's a mutual thing. Now, okay, I've gone too far. Not in okay, I've gone too far in my building. Here we go. Let me erase this right here. For those of you actually watching what I'm doing, I've gone too far. But yeah, that's the problem, I think, guys, is the cops demand respect when they don't earn it. They don't deserve it until they actually deserve it. So let's see how the layout's gonna go in here. I'm gonna start doing floors. What I want to do is some hallways, and that'll help me know where rooms are going. So let's get some carpet out. These are the boys in blue, so let's give them some light blue. There we go. Oh, but this hole is in the wrong place. That's got to be like that. Okay, boys in blue. Here we go. So yeah, I've had a lot of interactions with the cops in my life, and some have been fantastic, some have been downright ugly. And basically, I have always given cops the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, I don't give them respect until they've earned it, but at the same time, I don't give them disrespect unless they've earned that. Right? So I think it's fair to say that all cops deserve a fair chance, just like you deserve a fair chance at all times, right? And, you shouldn't be judging them based on a preconceived notion, because every cop's different. So allow the interaction to unfold how it's unfolding, but if that cop disrespects you, make sure, don't just lay down for him or her. Okay? If there's a disrespect going on there, then, there's something that's wrong. And you can't just, give up your rights, because that's another problem with the cops, is their job is to do their job. Their job is not to maintain your rights as a citizen. In fact, a cop is taught ways to do things illegally with your consent. And that's a subject of a whole other video I don't want to get into right now. But the cop's job is not to tell you your rights. So the number one way that you can improve any interaction with the cops is to know your rights. 4 rooms, that makes sense. Know your rights, because the cop will never tell you what your rights are. Okay? I can only speak for American cops, because that's the only really cops I've actually have interacted with international cops, but we won't talk about that. But as far as American cops, they're trained in the art of stripping you of your rights with your consent. Okay? If you are not being detained for a crime, you do not have to show your ID. Right? Did you guys know that? If you're not suspected of a crime, you do not have to show your ID unless you're driving, which is a different thing. But either way, if he's pulling you over, then he suspects you of a crime, or at least he should, right? So never give your ID to a cop unless he can tell you what you're being detained for. Okay, that's a situation I had. I think I actually talked about that on video, not recently. It was a while ago, but yeah, I think that might be in a video. I don't remember which one. If I did, I would link it, but I don't, so sorry. But yeah, like a cop, he tried to get to see my ID without me having committed a crime, and I refused, and he got really mad, and he threatened to take me to jail. He threatened to, fine me and do all sorts of terrible things to me, but I stood my ground because I knew my rights, and knowledge, my friends, is the ultimate power. Knowledge is the ultimate power. If you don't give up your rights to the cops, then they can't legally take them. They can't legally take them if you don't give up your own rights. And the only way you're not going to give up your own rights is if you know what your rights are. So I heavily encourage you guys to, depending what state you live in, what country you live in, figure out what your rights are. Okay? It's very important. It's very important that you know your rights. Alright, so these blue carpets here are going to represent hallways, and that doesn't leave me a lot of space for rooms. So I don't know what's going to go on the first floor. I mean, we're talking interrogation rooms, we're talking evidence lockup, we're talking all sorts of things. But this at least lets me have a sense of what's going on up here, right? Now I have a better sense. This was a room. That's not a room, that's an elevator. This is a room. Okay, so now this is making more sense to me. So I got 6 rooms to play with up here, although this room is going to be more like an open hallway. I think this will be open, and then these will be rooms here. Right? Does that make sense? So let's see how we're going to do this on the stairwell, because it's going to be kind of tough. How should we do this? So this stairwell has a whole bunch of different colors, and oh man. It's just all sorts of different colors. Okay, I don't think I want to use this sandstone. This sandstone can go. I'm going to have to do this over and over again, so you guys are just getting the taste of the first taste of what's in my future. Of course, I'll do all this off camera, but today's a special episode. I'm showing you how I'm going to pull myself out of builder's block. That's what I'm doing here, guys. Pulling myself out. And I got to decide on the color. How about white? White stained clay. That feels right to me. Is that the same color as the wall? Is that white stained clay or light gray? It's really hard to tell with this lighting situation. I think that's the same. We'll call that the same. Let me make sure. You never know. No, it wasn't the same. That's the same. Okay, we'll go with the light gray then. Why not? Why not? Okay? So I think, are you guys still interested? Are you still tuning in? If you guys are still here, then thank you. I know this was kind of a boring episode build-wise, but I didn't think it was very boring in what we got to talk about. I thought it was very important that we talked about what we talked about, because, like I said, guys, the cops don't care about your rights. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't respect them, and nor should you, like I said, unless they are giving you respect. But, yeah, they don't respect your rights for the most part, because they're trying to do their job. Look at it from their shoes. They're trying to do their job, and sometimes the law gets in the way of what their job entails, and so they look for ways around it. And you can't really fault them, because they deal with criminals on a daily basis. They don't know that you're not a criminal. So, give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Give them respect. And if you're met with disrespect, then by all means, fight against it. And I don't mean fight in the fist fight way, because you're gonna lose every single time. But I mean in the legal way, in the verbal way, fight against it, and don't let them get away with it, because they shouldn't be getting away with it. You know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I'm saying? It's a tough job, they don't get paid a whole lot. They're not the brightest people in the world, okay? Police forces don't really... I mean, my friend's trying to become a cop, and I could tell from the whole hiring process that they don't want independent thinkers. They don't want people who have high imagination. They don't want people with a lot of imagination. They want rule followers, right? Because that's what a cop is. He's a rule follower, and he gets other people to follow the rules. So they don't want independent thinkers. They don't want rule followers. These people are just, kind of, sort of, just, I don't want to say like drones, in a way, but in a way they are. They are programmed by the police force to be policy enforcers, basically, is what it is. And sometimes the policies they're enforcing are solely meant to generate revenue. Sometimes they're meant to discriminate against a certain race. So by all means, guys, I'm not saying that cops are good, okay? I'm not saying cops are good, but at least have a little bit of empathy. Treat each situation differently, because each situation is going to have a different cop involved, and every single cop is unique in his or her own way, in their motivations and the way they wanted to handle the situation. So don't go in with a bias, guys, because that bias could get you into a lot of trouble. Just because you saw on the news some cop beating up some other guy doesn't mean all cops are bad, okay? So that's what I want to leave you guys with today. We got a little bit of work done on this police station. It's looking nice. At least I have an idea of what to do. If you guys have ideas for these 6 rooms, I know you guys have put a lot of ideas already. Dog kennels, evidence lockup, interrogation room, weapons storage. But remember, there's a lot of floors. Okay, there's a lot of floors. So I gotta have a lot of different ideas for rooms. Of course, we'll have offices for the commissioner and stuff like that. That'll probably go on the top floor. But okay, I think we're gonna call this a video for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble on about the police. And I hope you guys learned something. If you did, leave a like. Other than that, happy Minecrafting, guys. Peace.